Jason Hawkins, 37, from Sandy, Utah. Lived, around the Wasatch Front my whole life. I mean, the point-to-point's just every single year wondering if I can do it or not. I've lined up every year. I finished 5 times, DNF 3 times.
So this will be my 9th point-to-point, so I've done it every time. Hope to do 15, 20 in a row.
When I was, just a young kid, just loved being on my bike, riding around.
One of my favorite things is always being able to go ride new trails, whether it's here in Park City when they build a new little connector, I always go out and ride it, or going to a whole new place and getting to see the amazing trail systems.
I've always loved being in the hills and just exploring and trying new things. Well, I started racing bikes shortly before the first point-to-point. So I built myself up a 19-pound hardtail 26-inch bike with V-brakes and thought I was going to crush it, and it crushed me.
I think one of the biggest challenges of these races is the mental aspect of it, and I don't think it matters if you're winning the race or if you're the person at the back of the field. There's always a point in the race where you say to yourself, why did I sign up for this? But I think that's what makes these events so amazing, is because, if you can stay positive and push through those times and know there are going to be some bad, dark times during the race, it makes, that feeling when you cross that finish line that much better. It really makes you feel like you've accomplished something.
I definitely play the game of, taking it just little by little. I just got to make it through Round Valley, and then it's just, I just got to make it to Silver Lake, and then I just got to make it up to TG, and then one more quick climb up to Shadow Lake, and just little by little, and all of a sudden you're there.
It's cool to see people who have never ridden that distance go out there and finish. My wife did her first point-to-point last year, and that was such a huge accomplishment for her, and to see her come across the finish line and see the smile on her face was like maybe the best part of the whole day.
So I was diagnosed with MS almost 2 years ago. I actually struggled for a little while before, wondering, had no clue what was going on. For me, I was diagnosed and I was just absolutely crushed. I definitely was questioning, what I was going to be able to do in the future. Physically, mentally, just so many unknowns. And then after a couple weeks, I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna live my life. Honestly, the point-to-point helped, because I was like, dude, I got the point-to-point in 6 months, dude. I can't be down and out, I gotta get on my bike. I can either just give up, or I can figure out a way to keep living my life the way I want to. And I've got my wife to help me out, Amy. It was just the greatest thing ever, so. I started following Dr. Terry Walls, who's kind of reversed her symptoms, through diet and exercise. So I've actually been following her protocol, and it's helped me out a lot. Once I started her protocol, I actually started noticing differences. I was almost blind in my left eye, and as soon as I started this protocol, I was noticing I could see a lot better. Then my vision came back. It's back to, I feel like it's back to 100%.
It's amazing to see all these people who have had difficulties, with health, be able to come out here and just ride the event. I think it's such an accomplishment for them to be able to just be outside and enjoy the atmosphere and the fun and, the challenge.
Everything goes away, and the only thing you have to worry about is that root or that rock, or am I going to blow this corner or that one? And don't cramp.
My mom passed away last year from cancer, and that's really kind of changed my perspective a little bit about like life in general. I think about that a lot when I'm riding now, especially like, you know, when I'm having a tough day, I don't feel that good, I'm like, well, I'm riding my bike. There's a lot of people out there that would wish they could be out here riding their bike right now. So, I mean, that's an inspiration for sure. It's just amazing to meet people out there that are like doing their first point-to-point or have done it a couple times and watch their progression and getting more comfortable and having more fun and like, wow, I can do this.
You know, honestly, I love meeting new people. Like this is a cross-country race, and with my group, it's always, you know, it's not so fast-paced that you can't talk, where every year I've met new friends, and it's just, you know, we're all suffering together, and hopefully, you know, just the interaction with other people makes it fun. And it finished. So if anybody wants to support a great cause against the fight against MS, I would definitely recommend the Waltz Foundation.